Good. Let's see what this connection is doing. Looks like it needed a moment. I think it's sticking. Good morning and welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week is Anita Moorjani, and her story, of course, is about developing cancer, having a body that's shutting down, and then being outside everybody, having her near-death experience. Let's get into today's message right now. She says, the message starts this way. Anita Moorjani's spiritual transformation starts while she's looking at her dying body on the hospital bed, while doctors are battling with her organs that are shutting down one after the other. Sunbury, good morning. Great seeing you. Hello. She realizes that she's never really loved this human who she's seeing lying on the hospital bed, and that her lack of compassion for this body, or in her lack of compassion for this body, she's allowed more and more pressure to be piled on, with the expectation that she should take control of and be responsible for everything in her world. She is given the choice of either stepping away from this tumor-riddled body or returning in a new way than before. The understanding that she comes to is that what this body needs to heal is to be loved and to surrender her iron grip on control. Within weeks, the tumors were all gone, and tests could not find any more traces of cancer. Linda, good morning. It's awesome seeing you. Hello. Here are Anita's thoughts on what facilitated this miraculous healing. She says, I believe that the greatest truths of the universe don't lie outside in the study of the stars and planets. They lie deep within us, in the magnificence of our heart, our mind, and our soul. Until we understand what is within, we can't understand what is without. The next thought from Anita is, we are not these bodies. We are neither our accomplishments nor our possessions. We are all one with the source of all being, which is God. And I think perhaps this one is my favorite today, and there's a few more. She says, when I was willing to let go of what I wanted, I received what was truly mine. Take a moment to sit with that thought. Maybe even close your eyes while you listen to it one more time. When I was willing to let go of what I wanted, I received what was truly mine. Today's meditation is called Surrender, and we'll come back to this thought a few more times. The next thought from Anita Moorjani is, letting go of attachment to any way of believing or thinking has made me feel more expanded and almost transparent, so that the universe's energy can just flow through me. She says, I am at my strongest when I am able to let go, when I suspend my beliefs as well as disbeliefs, and leave myself open to all possibilities. That also seems to be when I'm able to experience the most internal clarity and synchronicities. My sense is that the very act of needing certainty is a hindrance to experiencing greater levels of awareness. In contrast, the process of letting go and releasing all attachment to any belief or outcome is cathartic and healing. The dichotomy is that for true healing to occur, I must let go of the need to be healed and just enjoy and trust in the ride that is life. One more thought from Anita Moorjani. She says, I could feel my attachment to the scene receding as I began to realize that everything was perfect and going according to plan in the greater tapestry. Hey Charlene, good morning. Awesome seeing you. Surrender. It can be a rather difficult concept to grapple with because our very human bodies have a deep desperation to survive. To this body, surrender can feel extremely threatening. I need to describe surrender as letting go of our need for certainty. That when we let go of certainty and just surrender, we are gifted with clarity. This is today's meditation. Surrender. You can close your eyes and we will float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine. Lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. Continue your full body breathing. Feel every cell in your body rise with every inhale. And feel every cell in your body fall with every exhale. If every exhale could be called surrender, What would we learn from that? For the moment, bring your attention specifically to your exhale. And repeat this word, at least in your mind, as you breathe out: surrender. What could we learn from that? Does surrender then mean completely giving up, checking out? Because in your breathing, every surrender is followed by another inhale. Breath flowing into your body rising, strength flowing into you. With your breath as your teacher, it's clear that surrender is not a giving up. But perhaps a letting go, yes. Because to get to your next inhale, to feel strength flow into your body, you have to let go of the breath you've taken before. It's impossible to only inhale. And the longer we try and hold on to the previous breath, the less use it has to us. With your breath as your teacher, surrender looks like simply a part of the balance. Accepting surrender as a daily exercise that doesn't prevent me from creating. It doesn't withhold me from being fully invested in what I'm trying to create, but it helps me bring balance by not holding on to anything too tightly. Create and let go. A continuous cycle. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles. Forward and to the left. Forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. Lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, the question once again is surrender. What does surrender mean to you? What has your relationship with surrender been? Take your next big breath for this meditation, I really love using the analogy of a pond of water. So imagine yourself walking into your pond, standing about halfway with a water level rising until, let's say, your armpits. And the very human reaction to things that scare us is to be reactive in fear. And in our pond analogy, that might look like a little bit of splashing in this pond, feeling scared about some part of our lives, and then feeling like I have to do something about this. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, what has your relationship been with being reactive? Has it historically been easy for you to take a step back from whatever's going wrong and wait a few moments before you respond? Or in the past, have you had more of a habit of being reactive to what's not right? A knee-jerk reaction response to the things that trigger you or scare you. What has your past habits been? Does calm come easy? Or has reactivity always been part of your programming? Take your next big breath. Reactivity in life looks a little bit like what reactivity would look like in our pond. Fast movements, a little bit of splashing. And in our pond, when we splash, what happens to the quality of the water? In our splashing, we stir up some mud and silt from the bottom, and we lose a little bit of clarity. It becomes just a little bit less easy to see where to place the next step. And often reactivity in our lives have exactly the same effect. When we start flailing in our lives, we lose clarity all the same. And often when we can't see, when clarity disappears, it doesn't create less fear, but more. So what started as a small reaction often leads us down a path of chain reaction. I started out scared. Now I can't see anything. And in my fear response, I splash even more. Because surely something must be done. I can't just do nothing. What has been your relationship with stirring up a storm in your pond? Can you remember the last time your fear escalated to a storm in your own pond? Take your next big breath as you remind yourself of the last storm you stirred up in your pond. Take your next big breath. Reacting in fear always leads to more fear. The first small splash often leads to more splashing, more murkiness, less clarity. But the losing of clarity is not even the worst part of our storm in our pond. The worst part is when we look down at the surface of this choppy water and we catch our own reflection. The worst part is how we see ourselves during this storm in our pond. Because when you look down on your own reflection in this choppy water, what you see is a reflection that is far from truth. It's completely fractured and broken. But in our fear, as we splash around in the storm in our pond, it is easy to believe that this broken picture is who I am. Losing clarity is not the worst part of the storm in our pond. How we see ourselves and the belief we create about ourselves is the worst part of the storm in our pond. Can you remember what that feels like? Looking at your reflection while there's a storm in your pond? Take a moment to remind yourself that the reflection in the storm is completely false. It's not true. Take your next big breath. When we find ourselves in the middle of that storm, it is likely that whatever we try and do is inspired by fear. It creates only more splashing and only more disappointment in ourselves. Are you ready to completely get out of the pond when you notice the storm? Are you ready to recognize when the wisest choice is, for the moment, to do nothing? That doesn't mean we never do anything, but recognizing that there are moments during which we should do nothing. Imagine getting out of your pond and sitting on the side, just watching the water. Not being in a hurry for this water to change, but finding real surrender. Knowing that there are moments when letting go, completely doing nothing, is the greatest contribution you can make to your life. Take a moment to sit on the side and watch the water become calmer. Take your next big breath. When the water has become clear, we can see again with more clarity where to place our foot next. We might not know what the whole journey needs to look like, but the next step becomes possible. But even more than that, the reflection of you that you see on the surface of the water when it's calm is a lot more accurate. Just like water, calm clarity is our natural state. Whenever we get out the way, calm clarity is what we return to. And in your natural state, you'll get a much more accurate picture of who you really are. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, take a look at this picture. Take a look at your natural state, your reflection in the calm water, and remind yourself again, the next time when you're in the middle of the storm, you'll get better at remembering what your natural state looks like. Take your next big breath. We'll take one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back. You can even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you one more time a few thoughts from Anita Moorjani, how she speaks about surrender. She says, when I was willing to let go of what I wanted, then I received what was truly mine. I'd like you to sit with that for a while. When I was willing to let go of what I wanted, then I received what was mine all along. I'll read to you one more thought that connects well with that. She says, letting go of attachment to any way of believing or thinking has made me feel more expanded and almost transparent so that universal energy can just flow through me. Surrender is not as passive as it may seem. True surrender is a disciplined choice. Instead of being passive, surrender is opening up to being in full cooperation with life. And being in full cooperation with life can really be a lot of fun. If you'll allow me one more water analogy. The surfer is clearly not doing nothing. It has taken work. Even lying on his board and swimming out to where the waves are needs him to be fit and strong. His whole world revolves around surrendering to the ocean. Not fighting any wave, but being in full cooperation with life. Learning how to move with life as life moves. Wishing you deep surrender. And from that surrender, finding how it is that you move with life as life moves. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for slowly becoming better at surrender. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning, again, really slowly, to recognize when it's me, when I'm the one standing in the way. And it's always me. I'm always the one standing in the way. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning to believe in softness. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that at the bottom of my softness is a strength that I could never have imagined before. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being on this journey with us. Hello, Karen. It's awesome seeing you. Wishing you a beautiful evening. Thank you for joining in with us. Thank you, Sunmary. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Linda. Wishing you all a beautiful day. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao.